Hey broadcasters, we are going to be talking about what happens if you're doing a story and somebody gives you some pictures. They're high resolution pictures and you want to use somebody's picture in your story. Well, you could just drop them in. This is a pretty cool picture, but remember, video is all about motion, and so we're not just going to put still pictures in a story. Okay? We want to make them come to life. There is a technique called Ken Burns. We actually animate the picture. You can see here I'm zooming in. You can do this in WeVideo. It's a little easier in Final Cut, but we're able to zoom in. That's cool, but all that you're doing is it's just two-dimensional zooming in. As you zoom in on the man, the background zooms because it's just one flat picture. What if we want to crank it up a little bit? What if we want to take this cowboy, rancher, and remove him from that backdrop and put him someplace else and give everything a little bit of motion? Let's take a look at what that would look like. So if you look closely, you can see that we're zooming in on him. You can see the BMS TV is going out of focus, and there's a ranch behind him. Now we've given that a little bit of pizzazz. That looks much more 3D. In this next shot, I'm going to add what we call LUT, giving it a different look and feel, kind of something kind of Western. Still looks pretty cool. The motion is still really cool. And then in this last shot, I've added just a little more, and you're going to see this picture with some rain in it a little later on. So that's that. So I started off with this, and I took it to that. Here's a picture of a couple of girls playing soccer. Not a particularly fantastic picture. I wanted to bring it to life, and so in the first version, I've added a drop shadow. I've extracted them from the original picture. I've changed the backdrop to something else. And let's see if we can sell this with some motion. And I think that looks way better than a still picture. I'm going to do some little messing around. I've added, again, I brought it in, added a LUT, doing some more dynamic camera movement, which you can do in Final Cut. It'd probably be harder to do in WeVideo. And here's an example of somebody skateboarding. Looks like he's leaped over a fence, beautiful sky in the background. I want to remove him, so I'm going to remove him from the background, and I'm going to give him some animation and the background some animation. Now I needed to do this in Photoshop. If you don't have Photoshop, what I would do is I'd cut him out using that website we used, remove background, and I'd find another background that would work for a skateboarder. But here's the original picture, and now we brought it to light. So no motion there. Now we've got some motion. Let's add a little more bling to it. Now we've got more motion, and lastly I want to add even more motion, and this is a little more dynamic camera movement. Actually, it's hard to tell, but this camera is doing something crazy. Let's look at some of the results that I've done this morning.